Outlander, Blood of My Blood's decision to back a forgotten element from the original show is explained by key members of the creative team. The prequel to the hit Starz series follows the parents of Claire Beecham, Katrina Balfe, during World War I and Jamie Fraser, Sam Heughan, in 18th century Scotland. The cast in Outlander, Blood of My Blood features Harriet Slater and Jamie Roy as Jamie's parents, Ellen Mackenzie and Brian Fraser, while Hermione Corfield and Jeremy Irvine play Claire's parents, Julia Morriston and Henry Beecham. During an interview with Screen Rant for Outlander, Blood of My Blood, showrunner Matthew B. Roberts and executive producer Meryl Davis explain why the series includes voiceovers from Julia. They explain that it is meant to be reminiscent of Claire's voiceovers in Outlander's earlier seasons and is crucial to the romance between Julia and Henry. Check out their comments below. Meryl Davis. It really came about, I think, initially off episode 2 with the letters and that kind of lovely exchange between Henry and Julia. Hearing that, and then her continuing as the voice, the narration in many ways kind of like Claire was early on in Outlander. We kind of got away from that in later seasons in Outlander, but that's always been such a calling card of Outlander. People don't do that as much anymore, and I love the fact that we've brought it back, and hearing that in the letter exchange kind of continues. I love that story narrative, too, that the writers have come up with. Matthew B. Roberts. I tried to always use it as in she's writing in her diary, so to speak, in some way, because Henry and Julia met and connected through words, through letters. That's what she does throughout the show is. I'm writing you this letter and maybe you'll never read it, but I have to get this on the page because that's how we communicate. What this means for Outlander, Blood of My Blood. Hermione Corfield as Julia Morriston rides in a car and looks into the distance in Outlander Blood of My Blood. Julia's voiceovers are a stylistic choice reminiscent of Outlander's early seasons, but they also serve an important narrative role in the prequel. The narration returns to Outlander's roots, where Claire was not only the face of the show alongside Jamie, but she was also the literal voice of the series. The letters between her and Henry are the foundation of their love story, which makes the words in Julia's voiceovers all the more personal and powerful. It is fitting for Claire's mother to serve a similar role, especially because of how it connects to her romance with Henry. The letters between her and Henry are the foundation of their love story, which makes the words in Julia's voiceovers all the more personal and powerful. Julia's narration also helps to distinguish the prequel from other shows, as Davis points out that many series no longer use this narrative device as much as in the past. This makes the voiceovers feel unique, meaningful to the story that is being told of Julia and Henry's romance, and familiar to longtime Outlander fans. Our take on Meryl Davis and Matthew B. Roberts' comments. Jeremy Irvine, Henry Beecham, and Hermione Corfield, Julia Morriston, laughing together in Outlander Blood of My Blood. 1. As someone who enjoyed the earlier seasons of Outlander, but who lost interest in later seasons, the return of voiceovers via Julia is most welcome. Claire's Outlander story being told via her narration was a vital element in the earlier episodes that helped develop her character, her relationship with Jamie, and the extraordinary events she experienced. Julia's voiceovers are already one of the best parts of Season 1, and with the Outlander prequel already renewed for Season 2, her narration will hopefully continue to be an integral element in future seasons of Outlander, Blood of My Blood, and will not be phased out as happened with Claire. Thanks for watching.